It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Alpity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's That Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Alpity and John.
Hey, what?
We back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John.
I'm Alpity.
And we are hashtag
That Podcast.
Yes. We are thrilled, as you guys could hear. We are still states away from one another, but we are here for episode number 67.
That is the number 6 and the number 7.
That's right. Why was the number 7 not hungry?
Because 7, 8, 9.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct.
Yay! Well, guys, that was our podcast.
That was it.
Genius.
So it's been a few months. I mean, let's call it like it is. It's been a few months, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we are back here for another audio-only edition of the podcast. So, LPD, this is actually kind of really nostalgic for me, not necessarily being on video for the viewing public, but of course, you and I see each other right now. Yes. In the state that we're in.
You look so good. Like, I have on so much makeup and like
Accurate.
You have on a tuxedo. Like, you guys are missing out.
That's exactly right. We actually look exactly like Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Tuxedo Mask?
Tuxedo Mask.
Okay. And then I was like, I feel like that shouldn't be his name. I'm like, his name should probably just be Tuxedo Man. Because he's a man in a tuxedo. So,
look,
you know.
Man.
It's Tuxedo Man. He is known for being in a tuxedo. So, yeah, we are in our full Sailor Moon cosplay as Alpity was alluding to. But we have not been together since, what was it? I think we were saying November 7th was the last time we were together. That's 2020, folks. Remember that year that took 10?
We don't talk about that year.
Exactly. Not at all. Girl. But no, Miss Girl, there's been so much happening in our lives. And then, like we were saying, nothing at the same time.
Well, before we jump into everything, too, Happy New Year. We haven't wished anybody Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year, everyone. You know, and speaking of, Merry Christmas.
You know what? Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. You know, and Alpity, it's actually kind of funny because not only has it been a few months since we recorded the last episode was actually the election results episode, which is interesting because we've gotten election results another 150 times since then.
Yes, that is very true. God, the election results were crazy. I remember that night when Arizona was called blue, and then all hell broke loose, and then we didn't call it again. I don't even know if we finally officially called it. I think before God knows when. I don't know.
Exactly. Before sometime last year.
Right.
But yeah, so that we are on the brink. Facts are facts, and we are going to be having a new president who was very fairly and legally elected. That's, of course, President-elect Joe Biden, and our vice president, Kamala Harris.
Yay!
Oh my! And the audience goes crazy. And yeah, Miss Girl, so much has happened. So literally, right after the election episode was my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually did a very small, safe trip to Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. So I think I shared on the pod that really.
You usually don't describe a safe trip to Vegas. I just thought
ain't that the tea though? That's true. You know, and I'll be honest with you. I was really apprehensive to go on the trip because of COVID and what's going on in the world. And this was a trip I think I shared was a gift to me. So my good Judy Ryan. So actually, I think that might be a shout out.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. So Ryan actually bought my booth thing and I round trip tickets and hotel stay for Vegas for my birthday, which was more than kind. And I feel like that was a really tough gift to be like, no, can't go due to the current situation.
Right.
You know. And obviously, had that occurred and we weren't safe or didn't feel safe, we would have, of course, made that decision. But, at that time, we were really seeing a downturn with the virus, which was nice.
Right.
We did it safely. I was tested before and after and was negative. Girl, I got to tell you, that was such a good time. I love Vegas, but in the same respect, I'm also not like the traditional Vegas type. I'm not a drinker, right?
Yeah.
So I had no problem just having my mask on and just sitting at my old lady slot machines.
Yeah.
It is true, girl. You know I love a good slot machine.
Exactly. Oh, I know. Excuse me.
So, girl, I know, very good segue. Right after we talk about that. Hilarious. So, girl, then Thanksgiving happened. What did you do for Thanksgiving this year?
I actually had Thanksgiving dinner with the president of my company. So it was awesome. So good. Everything was so good. Oh, it was so fun.
That's amazing. And so obviously you wore the mask through dinner, right? You ate through
Yeah.
the mask.
So what you have to do is you like lift it from the bottom and then you like just clarification. So you know how people are doing pods?
Uh-huh.
So they're a part of my pod. Like these are the only people I've hung out with.
Uh-huh.
Exception of another person who I can't hang out with. Well, I can now because she's fine now. But yeah, these people are the only people I have seen pretty much since I've been in this state. So that's why I went over there because they're the only people I've been with. So
Yep, it's your pod. No, see, I hear that. My pod has literally since March, that pod I don't think has exceeded 5-6 people.
exactly same.
But I also hear the neighbors sometimes partying it down. I'm like, that sounds like 10 people are screaming in a 1-bedroom apartment.
And you need to calm down and not get COVID to each other. So.
For real. And then they'd be trying to pet my dog when I go outside. I'm like, you back up.
Get your
back
hands off of him.
And then they're like, Sade. But girl, that's exciting. So you still had a little Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Our Thanksgiving was it was just literally me and Zanny Pants and my mom and dad. So
Nice.
when I say intimate, it was like literally intimate.
Yeah.
Girl, even the turkey was from their backyard. So like it was truly a COVID safe motherfucking Thanksgiving.
No, it's locally sourced.
No, literally.
This turkey has not gone anywhere.
Turkeys, I tell you what, turkeys are I'm not trying to shit on any of God's creatures, okay?
Okay.
But turkeys are not nice animals. They're just mad. And
turkeys and geese.
heard that. Yeah, the sound of them drinking water is just the most appalling thing I've ever heard. So
well, that was that podcast. No.
Yes, exactly. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah.
And Miss Girl, yeah, and then things are just moving and shaking. Then of course the holidays happened.
Yep, the holiday season.
Do
a dick talk you won't believe. I was gonna say some inappropriate words as a joke, a parody to the song, but then I forgot how it went. It didn't work out, okay?
And the audience erupts. Thank you. Oh, girl, and then I gotta hit on this. Girl, I don't even know what song you were trying to parody just now.
I don't even know if it's called the holiday season. Like, happy. I don't know. I don't know what the song's called.
It's Happy Holiday Season. I just made that shit up. You're like, I don't think that's the song, but okay,
that's
girl.
not the song. I will find it. Like it's the holiday season. And then they got backgrounds here. The holiday season.
If you guys know what song El Pity is singing right now, remember you guys can keep the conversation going at hashtag that podcast all over social media. Girl, that is hilarious. But I always love a good holiday music too. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I know this is a controversial opinion, but I don't think they can start too soon.
Why stop?
Why stop? No, it is. Does your neighborhood still have a lot of Christmas lights up?
So I don't have so where I'm at. No, actually, because I don't go nowhere. So I was like, I don't know. But during Christmas time, there was this one house on the way to my pharmacy, and it was just decked out. And it was kind of weird because it was like the only house on this street too. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, but
Oh, dang. So
it
the
was
only
just
house like on the street or only house lit up on the street?
only house on the
Oh,
street.
that's even creepier.
Yeah, right.
I was like, and I thought that's where you're going with. I'm like, just
Yeah,
this one house.
yeah.
Di-
Go ahead.
No, does Arizona give you like totally Breaking Bad vibes? I don't really watch Breaking Bad, but it gives me the vibes of Breaking Bad.
No, it does not. Well, especially since that was New Mexico. I mean, like, so.
I understand.
Okay.
Understood.
I'm like, I mean, I guess it could be like the same, but then that's like saying like, hey, Breaking Bad can also be Colorado, where all the 4 connecting states. That's the correlation.
Girl, I'm so glad you know geography. I am notoriously bad at geography. One of my friends, actually, we talk about Ryan. He always is making fun of me for my terrible geography because
I mean, I got the West Coast and maybe like Midwest America, but like when it comes to the East Coast,
girl,
nope.
I don't think so.
The hell is a Maryland?
Yeah, I don't know her.
She has a pretty name though.
Girl, but I do remember that the capital of Montana is Helena.
Oh, nice.
Guys, calm down. It's just the capital.
I got one for you. Did you know the capital of Colorado is
Yeah.
Denver?
Denver, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, I actually have a real fact though.
Okay, that is technically a real fact.
Touche.
Touche.
Facts. That's gonna be our word.
Just facts.
But the old capital of Colorado, I'm pretty sure, was Pueblo, Colorado.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Elitch Gardens or Casa Bonita. Girl, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yes, and I think that's one of the reasons as to why the Colorado State Fairgrounds is in Pueblo. So,
this makes sense. Well, shout out to everyone in Pueblo at this time.
ooh, hi Pueblo.
Ooh.
No, I miss you guys too. Like some
Aw.
of you guys. Not all of y'all. You know who you are. I'm just kidding. I don't-
And we will list them now.
Betsy's bitch ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Betsy's bitch ass from Pueblo. Brian's bitch ass from Pueblo. Bethany's bitch ass from Pueblo. and Chad. the biggest bitch ass. Hopefully there are none of those people who are actually listening to this
No,
podcast.
exactly.
And if you are, you're a bitch ass.
You're a bitch ass.
And of course that's Sade. So yeah, girl, and then like Christmas happened and went. The New Year happened and went. Oh my god, I launched a mystery box company in the middle
This
of
is
December. So that happened.
Yes. I have one. I need to open it still.
Ooh.
Yes. I mean, I'm trying not to reveal too much right now, but yeah, I need to open that.
Ooh, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we are all anxious. I can't wait. I'm sure you will love it. And a lot of them will totally mess with you because they will all be so eerily familiar to you.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Every
so
day
yeah,
I look at it, I'm like, I need to open you. It's time.
I
But
would
it's not
open.
yet. I will always open you.
That's how I wish my boyfriend viewed me.
Just
I want
opening.
to open you. We call that a missed joke. We call that a joke that happened to have failed.
It was kind of lagging a little bit, so the moxie and the like sassiness of the joke was kind of lost because it was like ha ha.
Moxie by proxy, y'all.
Exactly.
Our newest podcast coming to OnlyFans.
What makes it OnlyFans content? The fuck? You don't know.
We don't know. Well, you only hear audio, so use
Yeah.
your imagination.
It's actually us, no audio. We're actually mimes.
That's exactly right. No, I gotta say, you and I were talking about this earlier. It is so fun to be back on the interwaves, just on audio.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, because let's be honest, that's like one of our biggest allures. Obviously you with being in radio in the past, me with dipping in podcasts. Girl, I love that people can't see me when I'm talking.
Right. I'm like getting really, really, really tired of people being so jealous of my looks.
Girl, it's so true.
Yeah.
And because we are so famous, we love the anonymity of simply being audio.
Exactly. Because you guys will realize who we are all the time. I totally didn't get recognized because of the podcast shirt I was wearing.
That's hilarious.
Nobody said anything about it. They were like, "Oh, cool, okay," and I'm like, "It's me. I'm famous.
This me. I am famous on me."
Yeah.
Girl, I know. I hear that when I'm walking around with my sandwich board.
Yeah.
Talking about that podcast, Well Pity and John.
It's us. Hey,
DJ Khaled.
Hi, Assad. What does he know?
Hi, Assad. Yeah, at least 15.
Yeah, COVID years. It's fine.
What is Assad's last name? Khaled?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's very exciting. While I look up Assad's birthday,
okay.
Why don't you tell the world about your new gift, your new plunge into gaming?
My new gift. So I'm gonna do some backstory real quick. So
back it up.
Back it up. We at my work, just to keep it vague, we have for some of our, we'll say, customers, a little gaming night through Zoom and stuff like that. So we'll have interactive gaming and stuff like that. So instead of just spectating, I decided to take the plunge and buy my own Switch, and here it is. Oh my gosh, you can't see it because it's audio only.
Oh my god, the audience, guys, quiet down.
I think I just had a package delivered because I just heard my Echo Dot go off. So
I was also our Nespresso machine is going off right now, so in case you're hearing the seemingly
I got one.
You got an espresso?
Yeah.
One of the virtuos?
Yeah. Virtuoso? Yeah.
Virtuoso, versatile. This started to sound like a Grindr profile.
Earlier this week, I don't know why I forgot how to use it, but I definitely had a coffee accident, and I spilled about 2 cups of coffee that I was trying to fit into one. I don't know how I did it.
Now, was that because all the pods, which is different than Keurig?
Yes. The size indicates how much liquid goes into your cup.
Yeah, but they all seem like the same size to me.
When I got my Virtuoso, they gave me a pack of a variety, and it showed me the different size. I could tell here's the itty bitty one, that's an espresso. Here's a slightly bigger espresso, and then here's a big boy.
Oh, so they are different sizes. They all look the same when you look from the top.
Yeah,
because they're circular, little bulbs, if you will.
Yeah.
Half circles, but yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
And does yours make delicious foam?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it is worth the sound of the lawnmower sound.
I know. I was like, why are you so loud? And I knew about this because in our Colorado office, we had one. And I'm like, I need to get one. I should get one. Because that's the only coffee that woke me up. So, and that's what I did.
Work. So I actually, Mr. Zanny Pants discovered that you also recycle all of these. So you put them in a bag, but they give you, if you go to the Nespresso store, they give you one with pre-made labels on them. If you're not near an Nespresso store, so you just have to ask for them.
Oh.
Nespresso, if you are listening, if you could please sponsor this podcast, we would greatly appreciate that.
We will create content out the wazoo for you.
Girl, we will be so caffeinated. No, but I love it because I'm an old lady. I love a good decaf at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the way to be, mama.
Right. Oh, I do have a decaf up back in there. Maybe I need to pull that one out.
Yes, ma'am. You will pull out that decaf.
Pull out that decaf.
But that is exciting. So not only do you have an espresso, so that'll keep you going. You just got this Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. Very exciting. I gotta tell you, I didn't think I was gonna buy myself a Switch, but thank you, quarantine. And a little nudge from my man. And girl, I'm living for the Switch. I really enjoy it.
It's fun. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna play this much on it, but I also feel like I should be playing more on it too. So.
Girl, that's tea. I typically play, so you and I are going to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep. Me and Boo Thang play, and then of course a little A shout
Shout
out
out. I was
to
like,
Sam and Omar, our good Judies from the San Francisco Bay Area.
yes.
We actually play Mario Kart pretty frequently as well. So it's just a whole little gaggle of gangs playing.
Yes. So I've been doing my practice on Mario Kart, so I'm ready for that. I also have Mario Party.
Oh,
So-
girl. So Mario Party is. So this has turned into a gaming podcast for just a moment,
Yes.
people. But
Hey,
the
what's
Mario
up,
Party,
guys? Welcome back to our gaming podcast called
that gaming store podcast. that the GameStop. Call us the GameStop. I'm sure that sounds good.
Yeah, it's original.
Very original. No, so we actually discovered this because I speaking of Sam and Omar, I was like, Sam, Omar, you have got to buy Mario Party so we can play together online. And you would think, if I own Mario Party and you own Mario Party, El Pity, we could play the game of Mario Party together online.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't. They only let you play the mini games together.
That's rude. But at least I can play the mini games because mini games are fun.
Exactly. They are fun for sure, but you know how like the fun like the board game?
Yeah, I would play with
That
my
one
friends.
you can't exactly, and you would think that like what a great. Well, this was the case a couple months ago, so maybe they've come out with an update that this enables you to do this. But I thought that was a
I haven't
very
tried
good
yet,
missed
so-
opportunity.
Yeah, we'll try today. So if
Yeah.
you're listening to this and you're like, you guys are fucking stupid, you're probably right, and we figured it out by the time you're listening to this. So
Yeah, and we're talking about so fucking stupid about games, not anything else we've talked about.
Yeah.
But to be
Good
fair,
point. Good point.
to be fair, right? It's we are a little bit fucking stupid sometimes, but we have good hearts
Yes, that's all that matters. And at least-
and a little pain in our diaphragms from the gas.
yeah,
When in doubt, make a fart noise.
quick,
Thank you,
make a
Rose.
fart noise.
That's hilarious. So, and you and I have been working remotely too, Miss Girl. It should be known I've been saying Miss Girl and Miss Toddler a lot, and that's because there is a really brilliant episode of The Divorce Court,
Okay.
which I think I
Oh,
sent you. Yes.
yes.
Which, if you watch that, just Google Miss Toddler Divorce Court, and just watch the full episode, folks, because it's a treat.
It's where the meme came from. That's all you need to know.
That's exactly all you need to know.
Yeah.
So that has been in my vocab lately.
I just heard face.
Ah. But yes, Miss Girl. So what's new for you? So what's the game plan for 2021 as we embark on this new year?
Work.
Whack, 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 whack,
Quack,
whack.
quack. Speaking of work, so I do work in the education sector, I guess we could say. Well, not sector. I work in education. Okay.
She
That's
works in the area of education, which is educated.
Yes, and I help
Schools.
educate your kids, but in the background, I ain't a teacher. I'm not that smart.
No, it is kind of crazy how, we won't go into too much detail about your industry, but how your industry specifically in this market has exploded.
Yeah, it's wild. It's definitely, and you would think too that with the whole boom and stuff like that of like online education, you would be able to forecast like a lot more stuff. But no, everything's just like, oh well, just stay on your toes. Let's see how this trend goes. But we did receive word because well, at least in Arizona, we can start getting vaccinated.
Ooh, vaccination nation.
Vaccinated? It's probably vaccinated.
Yeah, I think it might be vaccinated. But
Vaccine just sounds better. Vaccine.
girl, last week I was vaccinated.
Yeah. You get vaccine, girl.
I still feel like that's a good past tense word. I don't feel like it's incorrect, but
Right. But it just feels incorrect.
vaccinated.
Yeah. But
Vaccine.
anyways, I'll probably be scheduling my appointment either February or March.
Wow. So you guys can literally roll.
Mm-hmm. Right now, sorry, allergies.
She needed to get vaccinated.
I didn't go to vaccine. So they shut down scheduling appointments. They will open back up here on Tuesday so that we can start scheduling again. But one of my bosses went, his and his wife's appointment were both 2 a.m. and 2:15 in the morning.
What?
Yeah, so they're literally doing 24/7 vaccinations. So yeah.
Wow. I mean, I guess that's really good, but
Yeah.
that would be nuts, right? What time is your appointment time? 2 a.m.?
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. I'm down for that. So I will probably shoot for one of those too, because he was like, there's no traffic. And how it was probably like a 10-minute wait because they had to like restock some of the vaccines too. Like they had to, no, not restock.
Let it out, baby. Let it out.
uh, so they had to unthaw some of the vaccines too to get ready for them. So you get your vaccine, then you have to go into like a holding area and wait for 15 minutes to make sure you're not having any allergic reactions, and then you can go. So they've only had their first one. I know somebody in Colorado who's already had their second. So I'm just kind of like,
Oh, wow.
just checking along, watching, see how everybody's doing, and then I'll be there soon.
Girl, I heard that. Yeah, Colorado is moving and shaking. We have a phase 2 happening, which is what I would be a part of. And they're indicating that will be probably around in March or April.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, people, time is a ticking.
And then once we are fully vaccinated and, not all hell is breaking loose, then we'll be able to see each other again and travel all over the place,
Girl, that's the tea. And that's the other thing, that's kind of the unknown and the misnomer, right, of this whole virus is, are people going to get vaccinated, first of all, right? Because there's a giant community in which people don't. And then the flip side is also true, is it a long-term viable solution, and does it actually help? Or is it just placebo? Or are they just pumping just a little bit of water in our systems?
Right. Clearly, it's obviously microchips. So
I have this really crazy theory, which is not vetted out. I want to be very clear to all the listeners. I think the first vaccine is just placebo. I think they're actually just giving it to you, and they say, okay, come back in 2 months when we got this shit actually figured out.
This is just a cover.
This is the first part of the vaccine. I'm like, okay, yeah. Whatever it takes, I'll take it. But this is my absolutely unsolicited, not viable, not based in any fact theory.
All science.
But no, yes, exactly. This is what we call fake news, folks.
Actual fake news.
Legit. But no, I think the virus hopefully will be under control. And to your point, hopefully we get some normalcy again. Girl, it's crazy. Other countries are having music festivals.
Yeah. What is Australia or New Zealand? They're like, yep, we're good now.
That's right. People can eat in Norway. I'm like having, dinner with one another. I'm like,
I haven't eaten in years.
I haven't eaten since March. They look at me. They're like, you've definitely eaten since March.
They're like, you sure about that?
Girl, that's right. My soda addiction has gotten quite, I would say, under control during quarantine. I love a good soda, but girl, I was drinking so much at the start of quarantine.
How I would like to know, and I think the rest of our listeners would like to know, how much soda were you drinking before quarantine, and how much soda are you drinking now?
Oh, Miss Girl, it is not weird or was weird for me to go through 12 to 16 sodas a day. No problem. I could go through a 12-pack like this, mama. Guys, calm down. Don't applaud me for that. So now I'm down to like, when we were out, I had about one a day, right? Like, because we had to ration. But really, it's like 2, 3.
2, 3 a day,
which is still a lot of soda, right? But
that's a lot better than what you've been doing. It's a huge improvement. So good job. Give yourself a hand. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, in regards to my beverage choices, so I feel like a true Arizonian because I now have a water cooler in my apartment.
A water cooler in your apartment? Ladies and gentlemen, is that one of those like deep rock things, like where there's a big old thing on top and you got a little?
In a sense, but mine isn't on top. It stays on the bottom, so you hide the bottle and you put it in a little capsule. You put the little spout in, and then you just press a little button. So it looks so cute. But yeah, apparently water coolers is a huge thing out here because you can't drink the tap water.
Why is that?
I guess it's just really dirty. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but and here's the thing: I've drank the tap water years ago. One of the last times I visited out here, to the place where I live now. But yeah, everybody's like, yeah, don't drink the tap water. I'm like, yeah, I'm a water snob, so I could do that. This is a great excuse for a water cooler.
That is so true. See, girl, I mean, first of all, that water you drank a little while ago in Arizona would explain maybe that third arm.
Yeah.
Which is also
it's fine now. We talked about this. That was the whole broken foot thing.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes. Sorry.
Foot.
Broke
Foot.
Quotations. Broke foot. That's right. Girl, that's why. So you have a little water, but I don't love water enough to get a water cooler. Because I live for a good sparkling moment. We you and I have been, I'm like, you know this, but girl, we've also known each other now, what, 11, 12 years.
Right. I was like 13,000. It's fine.
13,000 million
years. So, real quick shout out to Shelly.
Oh, I think you mean
shout out. Shelly was the one who got me in touch with a company, but they have like all different types of water, including distilled water, and I love me a good distilled water, so
when I cannot believe we're going down this path. I must know. What is the difference in water? So there's distilled water, and then what other water is there? I know there's Coca-Cola, sparkling water, and tap water.
Okay, wow. So there's purified, there's spring water, artesian or whatever. There's, I don't know. There is alkaline water, electrolyte water, distilled. So those are just some of the different ones. But the difference is just some of the minerals in there too. Plus, for me, it's taste. I could taste the difference between water. So, yeah, because I'm a water snob.
So, do you like Dasani? We all have to ask that question.
So Dasani changed over the years. Okay, Dasani didn't taste
as
like
we
this.
all have.
Yeah, we all have. Some of us for the good, and others for us not for the good.
Others went the route of Dasani.
So Dasani has salt in it. It has sodium in it. One of my former favorite YouTubers did a story or a video on this, a docu-series or whatever he did. So, but like there's salt in Dasani, which makes you like purposely drink it more because you're like, oh, I'm so thirsty still. And then, buy more water. So, yeah, I'm not.
Who knew?
Yeah. So I don't really drink Dasani too often. I can get down with Aquafina.
Oh, yes.
Also the water. Yeah, well, that's my girl, Aquafina. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pop culture.
Pop culture. I'm actually more so a distilled water or a purified water gal myself.
So if you could tell the listeners, because I'm now quite curious, what would you say is the difference between purified water and distilled water from a taste standpoint?
I feel like those two are the closest in taste. So I feel like the purified water tastes a tad bit dirtier.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. That's the best way I can like there's something added in it, like maybe an extra mineral to make it purified, or maybe it just didn't go through as tedious of a distilled process as the distilled water. So yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see, because from a science standpoint, I have no idea, but I'm just very curious what the difference is in like the taste. Because I have had alkaline water. That is something else.
It is.
That tastes like you're just like drinking aluminum.
Yes. Yeah, I can't do it. And I was like, the fact that they sold it, I was like, oh, good for you. Give me the distilled. I'm a little basic, so
So would you say distilled is your favorite water?
Distilled is my favorite water. And I mean, I used a lot too, especially with someone with rhinitis. I have to have distilled water for sinus rinses and stuff like that. So,
Girl, you are cleaning your sinuses with distilled water too?
That's what you're supposed to do, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Read the instructions of your neti pot.
What would I do without you? No, seriously, I didn't know what cake were. Chester drawers.
Yellow cake. I was like,
yellow cake.
Yes.
That was something I learned, and this is just a PSA for anyone listening right now. Yellow cake is indeed a thing, although I still really won't give in. I really don't think it's a real thing. But there are boxes labeled yellow cake, which to me is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And it comes out yellow.
And it comes out yellow.
Yeah, I don't know what the flavor is. It's just yellow.
And then El Pity taught me in one of our first episodes that what a chest drawers is.
Yes, which Ryan clarified what the actual definition of a chest of drawers is. So
Do you want to share it with the listening audience?
So a chest of drawers is a piece of furniture that is like chest height on you. So it's a stack of drawers.
It's brilliant. I was like, that is the best explanation of what a chest of drawers is in the world.
Thank you.
It's like, girl, so now, and it only took it 2 years for Lori's point of chest of drawers to be validated.
I think we found out as like I was moving out of my apartment from Colorado.
Yeah.
Like, no, and I'm like, we're all like sobbing. He's like, hey, by the way,
just so you know, that's hilarious. My favorite part of you leaving, this is literally the only silver lining in that day, is we're like bawling, we're crying, we're like, bye, okay. And then I literally start rolling out and I'm like, hey, Pity, I think I forgot my sunglasses.
Here you go. Okay, well, let's do this.
Okay, again, bye. But it was so hilarious. Oh, man. Because, you had discovered them like almost at the same time that I did, that I realized I was missing them. And hilarious.
After that, all hell broke loose. I was just like throwing stuff outside of my apartment just before 6 o'clock. And like I ran to the leasing office at like 5:57 to drop off my keys.
Oh, girl, yeah, the universe was testing you that day, too, because it was, like, starting to rain and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. I didn't clean. I didn't get a chance to, like, properly clean. So I feel like a horrible person because I know the person who cleans. So, and
we met her on the way out. Yeah, she was cleaning the other people's place.
Yeah. And I forgot to clean out my freezer, my fridge.
You should have told me. I would have headed over there to get some groceries.
I didn't remember until, like, after we're on the road. Like, honestly, I probably, like, remembered once I was like moved in here. So
was that like the biggest thing you left behind?
No, it was not.
What was the biggest thing you left behind?
The couch.
Oh, that's right, the couch.
The guy was like, call the leasing office and see if they would be willing for me to come pick it up. I'm like, you can call, go right ahead, I don't care. But the leasing office was super nice. They only charged me $35 for leaving it and then getting rid of it. I'm like, that is so sweet. That helps so much. So
for real, you're like, I should have left a lot more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like, it was that bad.
The only thing I ever left in an apartment, it was one of the apartments that I had a washer and dryer in the unit, and I was doing laundry before, and I left a really good load of laundry in the dryer.
No,
like a soccer jersey, one of my favorite pair of underwear. I'm like, I was so mad, and then I called. I was like, I totally forgot. They're like, yeah, there was nothing in there. I'm like, that's a lie. Yeah. That's a lie, Tina.
I think I had a nightmare about that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't unload the dryer and I had like my good pair of sheets in there that I was going to put on my bed once I got down here. It was a nightmare. You brought them. It was a nightmare. Yeah, I brought them.
Thank goodness.
Those said sheets are currently in my closet. So
very good, because that's where your bed is, right?
Yes. Yeah. I got my bed is a college twin, extra large, whatever the thing is. So, yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
No.
I was like, holy shit. I'm like, because that was such a good deal. I'm like, wait, maybe she does have a really small bed now, and I feel horrible. You brought your big old bed, didn't you?
No, it's a queen. I had a king in my last apartment. You know this, so. Mm-hmm. Who did I had to trash that. It would have been cheaper for me to leave it in the apartment.
For real, they charge you $35 to keep stuff. You're like, sold.
All right, here, take it. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
It was kissing noises.
It was like it's not going out. But yeah, now I have a queen size bed, which is still kind of weird to have like a smaller bed, and like you don't realize how much of a difference a king and a queen is, but it's different.
It is. No, it's true. It makes a tremendous difference on a king size versus a queen size bed. For real.
For real though.
For real though. Do you still sleep with 15 pillows?
Just 5.
Just 5. I love that. We're both pillow queens. I love a good pillow moment.
Right. I actually just bought more only because I used it as an excuse. So I got for my second bedroom, I got a full size bed, and I'm like, I need more pillows for that bed. Let me also buy pillows for myself.
Pillow. Girl, I love a good pillow.
A good pillow.
A good pillow.
Pillow.
But girl, that is exciting. You are really making Arizona your home, which is I joke. You moved midst quarantine, so I feel like when quarantine is up, you're going to move back to Colorado, and we're going to be able to record in a studio again, which doesn't exist anymore. And it's just funny because so much of the world has changed, and it just feels like as much as it's happening, it's not because we're in our homes.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. It's weird to think that I mean I haven't really experienced Arizona yet, so my brain right now is just like, you live somewhere.
you live in a place.
You live in a country, like great.
Yeah, that's the tea. But we are committed to giving you guys more episodes of this wonderful podcast because we know you love us. We love you guys.
Yes.
And so you'll be seeing a lot more of #thatpodcast with yours truly and Miss El Pity in 2021.
Yes. It's gonna be a good year, guys.
Yes, it is. Even if we're at home, bitches, we're gonna make this so much fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do a fashion show in my living room.
The LPT fashion show. This is a fashion emergency and it needs an evacuation. Iman. Well, folks, period. Well, you can of course find me all over the internet at John Lannon.
You can find me at Hello Titty.
I'm John.
Yeah.
And this hashtag
Oh,
Podcast. We love you so much. Until next time. Bye.